To be here on comms for this. I'm super excited just to be here in person with all these awesome people. Next to me is the ever charming Mass Hysteria. Mass, hello.
Pops, thank you, thank you. Yes, it is great to be here. It's been a couple years since they got to do one of these live. It's a lot of fun. Honestly, you talk to the people all the time, and then all of a sudden, hey, we actually get to see in person. So it's a lot of fun, and really, it's just a big excuse for us all to get together and play a bunch of games, right? So no problems there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I realized I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Papa Schmo, by the way. A lot of people just call me Pops. You can call me whatever. But we are not here to talk much about us. What we have in front of you coming up soon is Kipp, which if you are in the Super Metroid speedrunning community, you are not a stranger to Kipp's name, a extremely seasoned runner. And opposite of Kipp going up against is Glove. And if you're familiar with Super Metroid speedrunning as well, you probably know Glove's name. Glove has been coming up very, very quickly since the time that I heard about Glove. Really, really awesome mind, especially for randomizers and logic and stuff like this. This is what we'll be doing. Do you want to talk about some of the categories that we're going to be seeing tonight?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so an interesting twist in the Super Metroid randomizer for this one is that it's best of three, but technically, if we go to three, we'll have three different configurations or three different modes that we run. So the first one is called a full countdown, and so all the items in the game will be randomized. And you'll be able to see this on the screen. At the top left corner, it's going to show you the number of major items in each region, each area that they're in. Now, full countdown, but also our areas are randomized. So you go through a door, you come out in a different place than what you're expecting. So that's our first one, is this full countdown. And we're going to take that area mode, that area randomizer, and we're going to do that in all three seeds. Do we want to talk about the other ones too, or do you think just...
I think we can briefly just kind of talk about them. We'll probably not go too in depth until we get there. We're at least going to see game two.
That's true, yeah. So for game two, we have the major items are randomized. I guess the minors are too, but it's a different mode where we randomize the major items and a few of the minor items based on the specific locations we call Chozo statues, which if you've played Metroid games before, it's the little bird-looking things holding things up on a pedestal and all that. So
you mean the fierce warriors?
Fierce warriors.
Right?
That's right.
Yes, of
absolutely.
Course. If we've played Metroid Dread at all, we know of the fierce warriors of the Chozo. But yeah, also they look like birds.
They look like birds.
Fair. That's a fair assessment.
So we randomize those, and then we also have the area component in there. So that one's a little more interesting because the players, instead of it being full everything randomized all over the place, there's a little more maybe strategy because they know specifically where those statues are and they prioritize those as they run. So
right on. Well, thank you very much for those explanations. We're going to be kind of explaining things further as we go through because I have my cheat sheet here. I'm going to be trying to track these area transitions as we see them because these runners are going to be doing the same thing, whether they're doing this on pen and paper or they're doing some sort of manual tracking on a laptop. They're going to have to keep track of all of these connections as we go through, and especially when they need to get back to where they're going and where they need to go to find Torian or to get back to a certain place. It's definitely keeps the mind guessing the entire time, and it looks like we are getting things set up and getting ready to go here soon. Got a nice little face cam on Kipp, who's getting all his ducks in a row here, getting some thumbs up around the booth, and we're going to start this thing off soon. All of our players did their controller settings. It's interesting how many different controller settings you find across Super Metroid runners. And here we go. Oh, and the beautiful sprites and colors that we have. I love it. Love to see it. So you'll notice first thing that might be different is that if you look in the top left corner, it says crater. That's short for criteria, which is the zone that these runners are in right now. And it also has a number next to it, 03. So that tells you what major items are in criteria. So it gives you that clue. It says, hey, you're going to find 3 of them in here. So every location is going to be a location where you might find an item in criteria, and there's 3 major items. Now, major items don't mean E-tanks or reserve tanks in this mode. Okay, major items are all, you know, the main movement items, the stuff you can see at you know, your HUD at the top, and when you press pause and you look at Samus at the bottom. So this is 1. So you'll see that number, that 03, will drop down to 02 after these runners collect the morph ball. So that's how this works. What do you want to talk about? What we think we're gonna see here?
You know, it's interesting. I mean, 3 really is not a ton for criteria. We see a lot of 4s and 5s showing up. So I'm guessing that probably the next thing we'll see is like a power bomb pack somewhere, and that, yeah, oh, there we go. Gloves got power, or they got them backwards on us, don't they?
Yeah, Kipp picked up that power bomb. A lot of what we see. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying there. I think.
Yeah. We could tell them about that.
Yeah. So if anybody, for anybody listening and anybody helping out with the broadcast, it looks like we've got Kipp's visuals on the right where it says gloves. All we really have to do is swap the names and put gloves name on the left and Kipp's on the right to match the face cams there. So maybe we'll get that situated as we go through.
But yeah, so we got power bombs, we've got X-ray scope. So only 1 left in criteria. We're coming up on our first area transition, and it looks like both are gonna at least check the item over here. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna go for the door.
That E-tank is gonna tempt them to go ahead and check this transition. Normally, this would be dangerous. These hoppers do a whole ton of damage with just the power suit, but with that E-tank, you can take a hit and be okay. All right, so we wrapped into West Meridia there, and there's 2 major items in West Meridia, but these runners don't have high jump boots, they don't have gravity suits, so they're just gonna nope right out of that and continue on up the elevator.
Yeah, technically they could go down there, and there's a chain they could follow, but there's a lot of downside to making that kind of a risk play right now.
Yeah, you have to weave in and out through treacherous waters with crabs and fish and things that can one-shot you, and you definitely don't want to reset. I mean, I guess if you have to do it right at the beginning would be maybe the least amount, but you just don't want to do it at all. I'm gonna get an Old Mother Brain location check here, just a pack of missiles for their troubles.
And now here's the only problem with getting a single pack of power bombs at this point is now they've made the check, and that's great, but now they have no power bombs. So that means they're probably not going to be checking 230 missiles right now, unless maybe Bombs has another power bomb pack or something.
Yep, absolutely. The other dangerous thing that we are seeing here is that we don't have a super pack yet.
That's right.
And a lot of these seeds we've been seeing have starved our runners of either supers or power bombs until kind of fairly into the seed. We've seen 30-minute times, we've seen 40-minute times where these runners have no super pack or no power bomb pack, and that really limits the places that you can go. And you know, you have to remember, oh, okay, I need to go backtrack on 3 different areas because I didn't have supers when I went through there the first time. So hopefully the seed doesn't do that to us, and we can have a nice friendly routing through Planet Zebes.
Yeah. It's good to see, too. Everybody seems to be moving crisp. Right? I mean, pretty much in sync.
Yeah, absolutely. Our runners are just nipping on the heels. We saw tiny divergence in rooms, but really we're back on track here, and we're both going to the ship. They want to get some more power bombs. It's exactly what I would do. Now, seeing as we don't have any supers, we can't go to the right where you would normally head over to moat or wreck ships, so that's not going to be an option. You could potentially, if you wanted to, you could check the front of Gauntlet, but another thing about the logic here is that there are no suits, no Various suit, no Gravity suit in criteria. So going up there hoping you get a suit is not something that these runners are going to do. They know, okay, there's not going to be a suit in criteria.
And so, okay, so here Kipp is going to go down to 230, take the extra time, and so we'll see if this is an opportunity for Glove to potentially sneak ahead.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if that decision by Glove was trying to just get a whole, I don't know how many seconds it takes to get down to 230 and back, but get that time as an advantage, or is thinking that area rando might take me back here later on, and I'll just check those later.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. West Meridian may show up later, and they may have to backtrack.
Oof. All right. Well, the G4 entrance portal took us to Upper Norfair there, and we don't have anything we don't want anything to do with that right now. So we're gonna nope out of there. And the left side took us to the
Red Bryn
tube
started
for
the
Red
tube,
Bryn. Yeah. And the reason that you didn't see Glove go, just throwing Norfair in our face at every turn. So luckily we've got a whole lot of stuff to check at Red Bryn Star. Red Bryn Star has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different portals to check. So this is definitely like a hub for a lot of area random matches here. Back to Meridia. Our runners don't have Gravity Suit for Meridia, and they don't have Varia Suit for Norfair, and the seed is just giving them both of those things directly in their face.
You know, we were joking beforehand, like, about what if there's a crazy seed that has, like, 10 items at Wreck Ship? Like, we've got 0 at Red Bryn Star, 0 at Upper Norfair, 3 at Criteria, 2, I mean... Yeah. Where are all the items?
I don't know. Hopefully we'll figure that out here. The other thing is that even though, you know, we definitely want the major items. We also, at this point, also want the minor items, because no super packs means no access to a lot of different places, as we were talking about before. So I would expect to see both of our runners trying to check as many of the major item, or sorry, the minor item locations as they can. All right, let's see what Red Tower has for us. Ooh, we got a nice one there. We're going to Green Bryn Star, and it has 3 major items for us. That's definitely going to be the play. That's the most attractive one. Glove says, yes, please. I will take some of that. Goes ahead.
Yeah, and there's a decent chance that we're going to find super missiles in here. There's just so many item locations. Now that I say that.
Yeah. Great job,
yeah,
Mass.
Can you curse someone on... let's see.
Another power bomb pack. Oh, right. Plasma. That's a lovely thing to find. Doesn't matter who you are, what day it is. Plasma's just an awesome beam. No offense to Spazer. No Spazer hate. I'm just loving Plasma. And Kipp following suit and saying, yes, I like this path as well. Area Rando you kind of feel the path out as you go. But Green Bryn usually has a lot of items. There's a ton of checks in this. Oh, we have 2 of them right here in one room. The ever popular Spring Ball. I wonder if I had to speculate on if these runners are going to change up any of their route based on their opponent. So, you know, if Glove is going to try to get a hand up on Kipp, or if Kipp knows, you know, how Glove plays or what Glove tends to do, if they're going to change any of their routing and their decisions based on that.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I think there's a little bit of an element, too, of the fact that these two are, I mean, they're sitting 5 feet away from each other. So, you know, you're not trying to get anything, right? But can you sense tension in the room when someone's doing something difficult? I don't know. I mean, it's fun. I think getting to have these head-to-head matchups and see your opponent adds a nice element to it. Yeah.
You know what's fun for the audience as well is that we get to see these runners' faces. And as you were talking there, Glove picked up yet another missile pack, was hoping for that super, and just gave a sigh.
Yeah.
And now gives a sigh of relief having found the super pack. So, okay, the seed is not going to starve us a whole lot. So that's great for our runners. And now it's going to be, let me find the suits. Let me get what I need to get up and get out of here.
So I think the most troll would be now if that orphaned item over at Edicoons is the last major item at Green Bryn Star. So let's hope that's not the case.
Ah, yes. Yeah, definitely did not go to check that one. Kipp says... Wait, I'm sorry. Which item was orphaned?
The one that's normally the super pack, right? You have to have super missiles to get in. Yeah.
Gotcha. That would.
So he would have to literally go right back down.
Yep. I wonder. I mean, Kipp could do that right now. Is gonna decide not to, which is fair. That feels bad to have to go right back where you came, especially when there's I don't know how many checks in the rest of Green Brinstar here. He wants to check Green Hill Zone before checking this portal, so let's see where this... All right, we found the end of the game portal over to Torian in the middle of Green Bryn. Runners are going to take note of that location so they can figure out how to get back there once they have defeated all 4 of the major Super Metroid bosses. See what portal's coming up here at the end of Green Bryn. We've yet again found more Meridia, but that is East Meridia. That is, in my opinion, more important than West Meridia because that's where Dragon is, and that's how you get access to Dragon.
Well, so already you were talking about are people going to play differently, and I mean, I guess we'll see what happens now with those portals not necessarily working out, but it seems like Glove was going for skipping a bunch. Kipp's being a little more thorough and trying to make sure. I think he likes to do that, to really load up on ammo, like even if it does put him a little behind at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
But I don't think Glove checked charge yet.
That seems like a very deliberate play. Like that's not I forgot something or maybe I'll get that.
No
later.
wave gate, no.
That's a very deliberate play, and that's I'm gonna take this risk, take this gamble, and hopefully get a leg up on my opponent. Because that's a solid 5 to 7 minutes, depending on how much you think your opponent is going to check over here in green.
Well,
very solid movement from Glove up that room. That is not an easy room to make look nice, and Glove just made it look like it was smooth as silk.
This may work out though, because I think there's only 1 or 2 checks left for Kipp to find this item. One of them's Waterway, and he's not getting in there until he has Speed Booster.
Yep.
I guess he's going from Mission Possible.
We'll see. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
And that pays off for Glove because Spazer, Kipp not even going for Spazer. Yeah, he's got Plasma. So I don't know. Did Glove see?
I didn't notice, but maybe.
Okay. That's okay. Yeah, that's a good couple minutes saved by Glove. So GG's if they saw Spazer and noped out, and also GG's on the gamble if they didn't.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we've got a red Bryn check. Takes us back to Criteria. Let me mark that. Glove decided to go back, which I understand, because he could go over moat and check the other Criteria portal, like you would normally be going down to Red Tower, but then you wouldn't be able to get back. So wants to check this first, see what this is, and then we'll likely, if this is a dead end or something. All right, we got two major items for Croc. Crocky's got something for us today. What do you got, Crocky? Any predictions? So let's throw out some guesses here.
So I'm gonna say grapple.
Oh, vanilla grapple.
Vanilla grapple.
Or French vanilla grapple.
Yeah, vanilla grapple, and maybe I don't know, maybe like a movement item of some sort, like a high jump boots or something like that.
Okay. I'm gonna go with screw attack.
Okay.
And let's see what else do we have here. Screw attack. I don't know why high jump boots. I was thinking high jump boots or bombs. Some sort of other movement item.
Yeah.
I don't think the seed's ready to give us suits yet.
No.
It's been a little stingy on ammo. I think it's going to continue to be stingy on suits. Kipp finally making way back up this Green Brinstar shaft. Rip Croc.
Croc didn't do nothing.
He was just trying to sit there and yell, and you know, nobody's letting him do what he wants to do. But hey, Samus got things to do. All right, Kipp going, kind of following suit on Glove's path. This is a strat that helps Glove get up to alpha PBs with almost no movement items here. No bombs to IBJ. It's trying to do a deboost off of the top. I don't even know what those things are called, but you can basically kite them all the way up to the top of the room there, and then do a deboost to get your way over to alpha PBs. The reason Glove is trying to do a green gate glitch here is because there's no way, doesn't have speed booster, doesn't have any vertical movement items to get up to the Indiana Jones missiles. What's a missile?
Yeah, that's a good question.
All right, if we find out what a missile is, let me know. But the Indiana Jones missiles or the grapple location isn't really doable from the bottom, so
there you
needs
go.
that green gate glitch.
First try.
Nicely done. Yeah. First, second try.
That's right.
Yeah. Getting a save from Kipp. I don't know if I've seen Glove save yet, and if you've ever done an area rando or watched an area rando, things can go crazy in about 10 different ways. You can get yourself soft locked by entering in through a portal that you can't get back out of. You can get yourself Kipp going over moat instead of going back up. So if this pays off for Kipp, could earn some of those minutes back that mass. You're not playing this.
I'm not
that
playing.
Glove got from skipping a lot of that green Bryn area. And let's see if this portal pays off for Kipp. Ooh, does not. Does get the location for Lower Norfair, so we can go find Ridley later on and see what Ridley's up to.
Yeah, that was interesting. What Glove was just trying right there, I'm not sure that I've seen that before.
So you can do the spring ball jump
to do a check?
To do that particular check. I don't know if you can do it without high jump or not, but you can do it if during the spring ball jump you kind of do a mock ball Hadouken. Instead of just morphing during the pause, you do a morph and left, so you get a horizontal velocity, and then when you do the jump, you can kind of curl around that edge. I've seen it done once, and it looked awesome.
I mean,
so kudos to Glove for attempting that.
So I'm guessing here that what the logic wants to happen with Krog is there's probably some sort of movement item over on the other side of the acid.
Yeah, or maybe because the seed probably doesn't want you to try to go get any of this because you don't have items to go get unless it's talking about if you can spring ball jump up here. I don't know. But the seed, I don't think the seed is expecting Glove or Kipp to be able to come in here with this loadout and go get any of these items. So I think Glove is really trying to make a play here and get something early to be able to have yet another little leg over what Glove thinks Kipp is probably going to do. So let's put our energy out for Glove to be able to get at least one of these items. Meanwhile, Kipp snagging some extra power bombs. Without bombs, extra power bombs are very, very wanted. Very nice to haves. Plus, if you don't find ice, you're going to need some power bombs at the end of Torian with the Metroids.
So let's see. I can't remember. Where does this Kago room go?
Yeah. See, I didn't mark it. It was Upper Norfair.
Oh, it was Upper Norfair. That's right.
I just let's see. I think it was. I think that's wrong. I've already messed up my graph here. All right. Okay, there's Upper Norfair. Where did Kipp come from just now?
That was G4.
Okay, so I do have that.
That one is right. I just can't remember what the Kago room was.
Yeah, it was Upper Norfair. It might have been the exit from Lower Norfair portal. Oh, this one looked okay. If I were Glove, I might try the D boost strat again. Oh, that was
so close.
So close. Heartbreaker spring ball jump there. These spring ball jumps are not super simple. Having to manage your wall jump, especially when you try to do a bunch of attempts in a row, your fingers and your brain start to kind of get a little crossed there. So kudos for these continued attempts. We'll see how long Glove will try this. Really wants to see what this major is, and I don't blame Glove for trying to do this. When I said the seed wasn't ready for suits yet, I didn't realize how difficult these items would be to get. So I'm actually thinking there might be a suit down there.
You know, yeah, it could be a suit.
Yeah. So Glove gave it the old try. It's gonna check the acid. Okay. And it's just slapped in the face with another missile pack, unfortunately.
So basically, the two items are the two that they can't get to right now.
Looks like it, and Glove's gonna shake this off. Really gave great efforts in trying to get those items. I've certainly spent time, as I'm sure every runner has spent time in a rando trying to get items in such a fashion, and sometimes it just unfortunately doesn't work out. Let's see. We found the back of Rex ship on Kipp's side through the Lower Norfair Croc portal. Try to mark that on my map here. So yeah, it's been a lot of runaround for our runners. No major items since we found them in Green Brent. Kipp was looking around for whatever the major item was in Criteria. Went to check to see if it was in Gauntlet. Didn't find it there.
Yeah, the routing in this one is just interesting because I think Kipp's going to have to go back through Rising Tide. Not Rising Tide. Yeah, I know, Rising Tide, right? I mean, he's going to have to go back through this door right here because there's no movement items in here for him to get anything.
Yeah, that's true. Doesn't have wave, can't do the frog speedway.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many reserves Kipp has, but doing the backwards route can be done on the energy. He's at full energy with 3 tanks and a reserve. Can be done. Sometimes it's a little tight. It's a little scary going backwards through that route. But I think it's probably. I think you're correct. It's probably going to be what has to happen, unless there's some Upper Norfair portal he hasn't checked. Like, what about the one to wave?
That's true. Single chamber, yeah.
Yeah. Go see what's up with that. Kipp probably looking for some energy.
I would assume he'll reset this.
Probably. Okay. Takes the missile, but not the super. Doesn't want to take a dip in the lava. Okay. Makes it out. So Kipp just saved then?
He did, yeah.
Before that route. So that makes me feel like Kipp might be committing to ammo instead of hoping to find charge.
Yeah.
Like an extra missile pack at 50. Not resetting on that. I don't know. Maybe Maybe we're reading too much into it, and it's just he wanted to kind of continue on.
Well, he may have liked that jump that he had from one side, from one ledge to the other. He may have liked the setup there. So
that's true. Yeah, could have been a nice D-boost to get across. He's already back up to full health. He's going to do the full reserves as well. Now, making it there and back on 3 tanks is not going to happen. So we're going to, well, 3 tanks in a reserve is going to be tight. But we may have to see some Crystal Flash action on Kipp's side. If we don't find a tank or a Varia suit or speed booster. Glove now doing the Lower north. Okay, Kipp. Yeah, Kipp's bailed out with energy tank. Doesn't have to worry about the path on the way back. Glove now doing the upper Norfair play that Kipp did earlier. Fortunately, gets one of those, I don't know, lava throwing enemies that I should probably know the name of. Clips one of the little lava blobs there, and unfortunately takes a death. We were talking about how little we saw Glove save. Do we know how far back this is? I think this is right before Gauntlet. I think he's okay. I think they're okay.
Yeah.
Glove
I
shouldn't
think
feel
last
too bad
time
about that.
it was that save, Gauntlet, then straight into Upper Norfair. So
Correct. So Glove is going to probably have relatively the same path as Kipp, and then that it's hard to say who's in the lead with area rando, right? When you have path divergence, it's going to look like Glove is behind because it's doing all the things that Kipp was doing before, but Kipp is also going to go back and probably check the things that Glove checked at some point. So we'll see.
So it's pretty interesting here. Kipp did go on back instead of going to check single chamber. So
unfortunately took a hit there. Still got the reserve. Doesn't have high jump or anything, so gonna have to make sure. All right. We're hanging out with 18 health.
Hey,
ain't no thing. We're all right.
It's way more than he needed.
Yeah, it's like 17 more than he needed.
That's right.
I don't know why he did that much. He should have waited.
Yeah, I think you're on it with the ammo. I mean, at this point, because there's nothing in Upper Norfair, and he's still just
going.
He's clearing everything,
which is not with the way these seats have been. It's not a bad idea as long as you commit to it. Now the seat is probably going to be trolly, and it's going to give Kipp charge as he's heading out to Torrent.
Oh yeah,
but he's not going to have to go search for it, and he knows that. And that's a good thing to have in your mind and in your back pocket. Sometimes you just look at your ammo, and you're like, man, I have a lot of missiles or a lot of supers or a lot of both. I should just make the ammo play. Now, if you don't find... You need 60 super missiles to kill Mother Brain. And then you also need not just that. If we don't find speed or ice to do some form of Zeb skip, you're gonna have to missile your way through the Zebs. Each Zeb takes 12 missiles, or three missiles and 3 super missiles. So you have to manage all of that stuff depending on what you're gonna find and what you're not. That was the front of Rex ship on Kipp's side. How did we get there? Oh, through the Upper Norfair. Okay.
Yep.
Like that, and then
Lower Norfair on the other side.
Lower Norfair
with 3 items in Lower Norfair.
Wow, that's a lot for what we're used to seeing Lower Norfair with. I actually don't know this, but can there be like gravity suit in Lower Norfair?
There can. Yeah, Ridley can have gravity suit.
Okay. Snagging some more missiles. Glove making excellent use of that X-ray scope, not just for microwave beams, folks. Also have its intended use. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, Glove. Little smile on Glove's face on that one with that 4 energy on the crystal flash. Never had a doubt, Glove. Never had a doubt.
But you see, this is another opportunity that Glove has to make up some ground because they're clearly going for charge. And so, whereas Kipp keeps grabbing ammo, and he basically full cleared, for the most part, Upper Norfair.
Yep, there we go. Just noping out of Upper Norfair.
Yeah.
So we're almost kind of, I mean, Kipp still hasn't checked some of the stuff that Glove checked, so it's kind of even at this particular juncture. As long as Glove finds charge.
That's right.
That's the stipulation there. Wreck ship has 1? Oh, it probably have 1.
Yep.
Did we already find 1?
Not yet.
Wreck ship? Why did I put 2? All right. Anyways, I'm trying to gut check my notes here with what we're seeing on screen. And we have 30 minutes in our first boss fight in the form of the ghost with the most, the punk with the trunk, Sir, or I don't actually know
That's good. Yeah.
what Fantoon is. The Fantoon.
The Fantoon.
All right, we've got Kipp hanging out with, okay, now 67 health. Does have the reserve. You don't necessarily want the reserve to pop as, you know, by itself, because if those iframes will not keep and you will get hit a second time. But Kipp making it look easy, finishing Fantoon off with a couple of Dopplers and a nice super right at the end there. 27 health to spare, 26 more than you need. Glove.
Farming
Power
for the
bomb.
super.
Oh, wow. What a heads-up play for Glove. I don't think I've ever thought to do that. Really well done there. It's looking, yeah, it's going to farm another one because it needs to be able to get down to Fantoon. Woo! See, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, no offense to Kipp. He's obviously knows what he's doing and has an awesome rando sense as well. But Glove just surprises me sometimes and does things that I hadn't thought about, or in ways I hadn't thought about doing them. Another missile. Kipp's at 70-30. Is going to want to have more than that. It's hoping for super missiles at this point. But it's going to need to catch up a lot of supers or a ton of missiles to be able to have enough ammo to finish the game. I mean, kudos for farming those supers, Glove.
And then
fortunate but unfortunate that Wreckship just says, "Oh, you need supers? Here, here's the supers. You should have just come gotten them for me." Again, nice little save on Kipp's side. Is this to do the spiky room of death check and being able to reset? Maybe. Yeah, looks like that's where they're going. Wreckship still having one item. Oh, we're gonna see a little sponge bath with a power bomb first try. Wow. Kipp just flashing, doing a little flashy flash. I'm sure that's easy for him, but it takes me 10 tries to do that.
Yeah, I mean, basically, if I actually want to finish in a timely manner, I just don't even try. I'm just like, I just got to come back and do it later.
It's a fair option. Yeah, with a power bomb, no less. Kipp looking to reset. Says a missile is not worth the trip back. I don't blame him.
I've got to be a little careful here.
Yeah, we've got 59-19 energy on both sides. It's going to, ooh.
Oh, okay.
Never had a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Never had a doubt. I was just saying ooh because I stubbed my toe a little bit.
That's what it was.
Yeah. All right. Glove still nipping on the heels of this Wreckship excursion that our runners are on. Nipping on the heels of Kipp. Kipp making sure to remember to go back and check this robot missile. Assembly line, as this room is called. So let's see. We've got the front of Wreckship goes to Upper Norfair. The back of Wreckship also goes to Upper Norfair. So not really going to be, as far as I can tell, not really going to be a reason to make the long trek over to the back of Wreckship after these runners finish clearing out Wreckship. So we'll have to figure out where to go from there. I think the last Upper Norfair portal we still have not seen is the one that you come out of, you know, in vanilla when you're leaving Lower Norfair.
Yep.
So we will have to see that.
Yeah, well, the good news is that that wreck ship reserve didn't have the item in it, right? You can just envision a suit being there.
Yeah, and being speed locked and just being angry at the world at that point. Kipp riding the bus. And he gets a missile getting off the bus. The new bus systems these days, they give you a missile when you get off.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's like a new policy. I'm not really sure why they do that, but nice. All right, and only checks we have left, at least for the ones we haven't seen, is going to be the Chozo underneath bowling and the gravity check. So there's only two spot left for this major to hide. We're in prediction land again. What are we going to see here? I don't know if it's going to be a suit. I don't know.
So I feel like it's based on what we've seen thus far.
Go in charge.
You think charge?
Go in charge. I
just feel like they need something to help with like a Meridia situation or something.
Yeah, the seed has been throwing Lower Norfair and Meridia into our runner's face pretty much the whole time.
Now I do wonder about that retro PBs check in criteria from the very beginning, right? That went to Meridia, to the red fish in Meridia, right? And we were like, well, they could jump down all the way through.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right. The treacherous check, which is no longer treacherous because the runners have, you know, 3 or 4 tanks. So that would be super simple to do.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting to see if one runner had done that at the very
screw
beginning.
It. Let's do it and just go down. Yeah.
I don't think there had been a save at that point, so it would have been about a minute or 2 of a reset, but I don't know. All right, bombs. So that I bet you is what now the seed wants them to take bombs and go over to Croc and get the items in Croc.
Okay. I can see that.
Because
now you can get both of them.
You can get anything at that point.
Yep.
Yeah. So I didn't even mark how we got to Croc. I think it was
Red Tower, right? One at the top right there.
Oh,
red elevator, I should say.
I'm going to believe you. I think you're correct. Yeah. So in order to get back there from wreck ship, we are probably going to want... Let's see. My lines are too parallel. They're running into each other. For those of you who can't see me, I've got a clipboard here and a very simple diagram of all of the areas in the game, and I'm trying to draw lines to each of them, which is what I do when I'm running a seed. But it's still difficult, even not running the game, being these runners who are trying to do this, it's still difficult to keep up. Area rando is a lot of fun because your mind is constantly trying to work out what you're trying to do. There really is no autopilot, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Like it is super entertaining.
Yeah, I agree. I know I think I resisted for a little while because I knew it was going to take a little more effort, but it's really fun. And yeah, like you said, you're constantly having to think about what you're doing. And you know, the thing is, if you play so many seeds over the years and it's just the items, at some point you can kind of get in autopilot mode, you know. And so, but certainly not in modes like this. So
yeah, absolutely. Glove doing some Cirque du Soleil hops over these fish, which do deadly damage with no suits. I didn't see it, by the way, but does Kipp have a custom crystal flash sprite, or was it I don't know. Maybe I'm loving the suit here or not, but I couldn't tell if it was different or not. It looked like a Zero suit.
I think
maybe I'm just imagining.
It did kind of look like a Zero suit, yeah.
All right,
That's funny.
we need to put our minds, send out vibes for Kipp to do another Crystal Flash at some point, so we can all check that out. Oh, this room
I don't know about this
is
one.
deadly. Kipp making use of that nice D boost.
Oh my gosh.
Gets up here with 59. Oh, maybe our vibes for Crystal Flash just came true. Ooh.
Oh.
Hopefully it's not another heated room. Okay, he knows where that goes. All right. 3 more energy than he needed. So that brought us there. Okay. So Kipp is going here, which I don't actually have marked, so that's cool. We're going to see where this goes again. Ah, right. Tube. Red Bryn Tube. Which can get... I don't think Kipp has seen Croc yet, though. So that's where he's heading right now. It's
Yeah, I
at the
guess he
top
just
of
doesn't
Red
know
Bryn.
what he's going to.
Yeah. And I think this is kind of what the seed wanted. Hey, go get bombs and then go to Croc and pick up these 2 major items, or 3, right? 3? Croc had 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2.
2. Yeah, with your bombs and just IBJ the whole thing, which is kind of a crappy thing for the seed to do, but that's the only like sane logic I can currently fathom at this point. Now, considering Glove spent, the time that they spent in Croc trying to do all that, Glove is not far behind. Depending on where Glove goes at this point, I don't think it's too much of a distance.
No, I agree.
All right, keep going straight up to Crocky. Oh, crap. Let's see if we get any. So I'm trying to figure out. Glove's doing just some farm. Once it's gonna go in. Okay, just farming up health. It's probably trying to make
Thinking about
their way back over.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. We're not going up. We're going.
Yeah, I mean, we just came from up, so. Yeah, so it's just give me enough energy to get across Rising Tide and all those rooms. 3 tanks is enough, but it requires not a whole lot of mistakes. The safety save here, definitely commend that. Glove is a great RBO runner, knows what can happen through these kind of hell runs. And soon we are going to be greeted with the information that we wanted before. I forget what our predictions were for Croc.
Oh gosh.
But at this point, I think it's at least 1 suit. I would hope at least 1 suit. The other thing progression-wise that we could have is what? Speed booster? There it is. Yeah. There's that gravity suit that Glove was trying so hard to get.
I know. I think Glove's going to be
man.
disappointed when.
We're going to have to look at the face cam when Glove picks up gravity suit, that's for sure. Okay, so that Crystal Flash that Glove had was like, you could see belly and you could see legs. We're going to have to compare that to Kipp's.
I think chat was saying, hey, it would make sense since Kipp's got the modern dread-looking suit. Like, hey, might as well have a modern Crystal Flash.
Absolutely, absolutely. I like that it was subtle too. It wasn't overly done like that. The whole sprite there is really well done. I like gloves. I like purpley gold silver looking Samus right now too. And here we go to IBJ land on Kipp's side.
What's it gonna be?
I'm saying screw attack or speed booster. Maybe high jump.
Ooh.
Ice. Okay. So that is a Zeb skip, which means that there's no need for Kipp to use ammo through all of the Zebatites in Torian, which is going to make his ammo count look a whole lot better.
Yeah, does he have enough now to finish?
So let's see.
Oh, we were talking earlier, doing the math, right?
Yeah, one super missile, you know, unless you're fighting Ridley, equals 300. And we need 60 to beat Mother Brain. So we are short 25. 25 times 3 is 75. So they're going to need, you could have 75 and 35 just to beat Mother Brain. But you also need another 3,000 damage on Mother Brain 1. Okay. And you need, I think, 6 projectiles, whether they're missiles or super missiles, to break the glass.
Okay.
So I think we could be okay. But Kipp might want to pick up a couple more supers as some cushion, because with that much ammo, missing too many shots and having to redo that fight is not fun. Alright, and I think we are going to see Glove head all back to Crocomire Land. Pick up the Gravity and Ice Beam, chilling out over there. We're seeing Kipp head back down to Red Tower. Now the middle Red Tower portal here goes back to Green Bryn, which gives access to East Meridia. So that may be... Oh, no, Kipp is not going that way. Let's see where else we could potentially go. But the middle would have taken the Green Bryn, and then you could have had East Meridia, which would have given access to Dragon. It's kind of a long route, because Green Bryn takes a while to kind of trek through. Alright, I'm going to see some of these portals that I missed on my sheet here. Glove face cam coming up soon here.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see, West Meridia is that one. And then we're gonna see this check. We're gonna finally see this check we talked about at the beginning of the game, or one of the 2 checks you could have done at the beginning of the game to see where exactly this would have taken you. Great. Okay, so not a huge advantage depending on what's back here. There's no major items, so it would just giving you a boss to finish, which is cool. I missed the face cam from Glove, but I felt the feels.
I think it went the way you thought.
Yeah. Sorry,
I think Glove's a little frustrated with that. But if they knew what we knew, it's really pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any calling this race at this point at all. Yeah, this bomb jump that Kipp did before that Glove is doing now is really an awkward bomb jump. If you don't have gravity suit, the optimal place you would like to stand is actually in the acid, but you can't jump out of the acid without gravity. Luckily they have gravity right now, but they're gonna have to do a little pop over to the right with one of the bomb jumps to be able to kind of make it over there. Nice crate quick kill on Kipp's side. Very well done. Had to use a backup, I think.
Yeah, second attempt.
Rewarded with a pack of Peebs. Kipp picked up another pack of supers, so he's at 9540 now. Probably feeling much more comfortable. So I'm trying to predict at this point what our runners. You can see as the face cams kind of you know, periodically we're looking at a map or a screen, or runners are trying to figure out this is the point in area rando where you've done a whole lot of portals, you've got a set of items, and you have potentially 2, 3, maybe even 4 sometimes things to go, ways to go, things to do, and you have to try to figure out which one do I want to do and which way do I want to get there. And sometimes it's not very clear to figure out either of those questions. So nice freeze on of the crab on Kipp's side to kind of make their way back up that little sneaky little hidden pathway. You don't have high jump yet, so.
So I guess I would assume.
West Meridia has 2.
Has 2.
Mama Turtle's been having a lot of stuff in these seats.
Yeah.
So let's go say hey to Mama. And there she is. Now, we do have spring ball, so we can do a little spring ball jump off the side here to pick up this area. If you don't have spring ball, we also have bombs, so we could IBJ, all the way up there, which is...
And I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah. The impressive part about Mama Turtle is if you want her to help you out, you kind of have to fire a couple shots at the babies there to make her mad enough for the extra boost. But they've got shells. Nobody's getting hurt here. With this Varia grab, Kipp is more or less in go mode.
Yeah, knowing how much Kipp likes to run low percent categories, like this is really a pretty comfy setup for him. I mean, yeah, maybe grab another super pack if you see it along the way.
Yeah. He's gonna pick up those easy ones, like we're coming out of Lower Norfair, snag the maze missile area, just go check all the stuff here and there. But has got bombs to get you through worst room in the game, or a spring ball, and doesn't necessarily need really anything else. So you can get through all of that. It's gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
For the rest of this run, but Kipp really doesn't need to do much else or hunt for any more majors. Oh, we see the play that Glove made at the very beginning. The skip green Rin is not necessarily second guessing that, but is deciding, you know, maybe the suit's here. Maybe I should.
Maybe that was the play all along, but
yeah. Which is a rough thought to have, because the general thought is my opponent checked all this already.
Yeah.
All right, we've got our East Meridia, and like we've kind of predicted, Kipp not checking or attempting to check really anything else. So we'll get a little ice clip into our favorite snake of the day, Bot Wound. The Nope Rope needs, I believe, 9 supers to the dome, which is nicely done on a 1 round by Kipp.
And some high jump.
That's just a, a little high jump reward for your travels here. high jump is one of Kipp's favorite items for sure. I think bombs surpassed high jump for Kipp's favorite item
Oh, is that
a
right?
while back. I don't know. I think it may have been what he said at one point. I'm not sure if that still holds water.
So this is interesting, though, because Glove's coming through the other side.
Ooh. Yeah.
And, I mean, it's still not that far away. I mean, yeah, we're a bot wound fight behind, but if they go straight up, I don't know. Since they are potentially looking for charge, though, I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah, Glove did not spend as much time in Green Bryn as I thought they were going to do, which is great.
Yeah.
So if Gloves goes and does bot wound and Dragon right now. I was waiting for the snail. He's going to do a little snail clip here, and he's ready. Now, if this is speed booster,
Oh, yeah.
that could make a hefty difference. So let's hope for something good for Glove here.
A nice, clean snail clip right there.
Yeah, absolutely. First try. Unfortunately, no majors in Aqueduct, but still a great display on Glove's side. Not necessarily to unhope for Kipp. I like our runners to both have a good time and
That's right.
not be trolled by the seed. So
Well, selfishly, the closer the race is, like
what are you saying? The more exciting it is,
the more exciting it is, yeah.
Ha. Oh, all right. So Kipp deciding to make that check out of Dragon is rewarded with screw attack, so that's great. It leads me to believe either Kipp's comfortable with where they are, or isn't comfortable with their current go mode loadout. Probably feeling much better now with screw attack. It's going to make Lower Norfair feel much better. Glove getting a little nod to that, says okay. Says that makes sense. High jump.
I'm trying to think. We've only seen have we seen the Three Musketeers entrance to Lower Norfair? Maybe
We have
so.
seen
Okay,
seen
crabs.
both. Yeah, criteria, like you're going down to the Red Tower elevator, will bring you to the back of Lower Norfair.
Okay.
The front of Lower Norfair is in that crate mouth entrance
Oh,
of Upper
yeah.
Norfair. So if their plan is to get out of here and go straight to Lower Norfair, which is what Kipp should be doing, from East Meridia. I don't remember what the east entrance of East Meridia was. The back entrance was Green Bryn, and that's kind of a convoluted route to try to get back to Lower Norfair. So we'll probably see Kipp go East Meridia, which is what he is doing right now. And this leads to west.
Okay. Vanilla.
Vanilla. Good to know. And so from here, if we wanted to get to Lower Norfair, I don't know. It's not really a direct route at this point. Kipp's gonna take what looks to be the entrance in the south here, which is gonna bring us back to Red Bryn. We'll see where he goes from there. Meanwhile, Glove giving Dragon the business. Just like that. Shrimp is down. Repeat, the shrimp is down. Looking at my map here, trying to figure out. Okay, so I think Kipp is gonna go. Nope, never mind. It's just wrecked all of my hopes and dreams by not going that way. So he's gonna go.
Oh yeah, no, he's going up to Meridia Escape at the top of Red Tower.
Oh yeah, and that'll bring us right to
Yeah.
that portal that we need. My lines are all running together. I need to do a better job of drawing lines. I got back to kindergarten. My lines are not great. All right, how quickly can we get Glove over to Mama Turtle? Send some Mama Turtle vibes to Glove. Again, 3 items in Lower Norfair. Kipp doesn't seem interested in any of them. That 3 Musketeers check is fairly fast. Okay, so we are going to check some things. We're going to round out our missile count at a nice 3-digit number. All right. We got Glove heading the right way as of now. And we've got a Ridley incoming. Now, I'm such a fan of this game. My opinion, the greatest game I've ever played. When my 3rd child was on the way, we didn't know if it was going to be a boy or a girl. So I said, well, if it's a girl, it's Samus. And my wife said, no. And I said, well, fine. If it's a boy, it's Ridley. And she was like, all right. So my 2nd son's name is Ridley.
Whoa. I like it.
Yeah, man. And he is a fierce boy. So he is living up to his name as of now. And unpredictable.
Well,
Yeah.
no tail.
Not yet. Well, I'm working on that.
Okay, all right.
We'll see. All right, Ridley. You may or may not be saying why is Kipp farming up here? He's got 100 missiles. That is true. Super missiles do double damage to Ridley, so you only need 30 super missiles. Ridley's got 18,000 health. And so 30 super missiles is the fastest way to kill Ridley. Using missiles is like if you're just going for all missiles, it ends up being a little bit slower, causes a little bit of lag. And so Kipp just wanted an extra couple missiles, so maybe we can do a little combo of supers and regular missiles and still have a little bit to spare. Alright, and when Glove did go where we wanted Glove to go. Well done. Considering how many missiles Kipp had to use, that was a very clean fight, and was not was pretty swift.
Can't resist the
Of course not.
the check.
Little super pack. Well, you've got 3 items in Lower Norfair. You're probably hoping for speed
Yeah.
at this point. That's what I would be hoping for. Everything else, maybe. I don't know. Maybe space jump. Speed would be my number 1. Space jump would be my number 2, maybe. I wouldn't want to see charge at this point. I would feel mad about that.
No, I think like you said early on, though, like if something was going to be in the path at this point, it's probably charged just out of spite.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. I think somebody programmed that in. Oh yeah, we got Kraid for Glove. And Torian is actually very close. If Kipp goes back the way he came, Torian is very close. All we have to do is exit Lower Norfair, which brings us to Criteria. Reading's right. Yeah. Oh no. Nope, my lines again. No, look.
No.
That's not that.
That's not that line.
It goes over to Red Bryn. I mean, he's still not super far away. We have to make our way over to either Red Bryn. Yeah, any part of Red Bryn will take us to Torian, because both Torian is at the middle portal of Green Bryn Star, and both other portals for Green Bryn Star lead to well, one leads to Criteria, but they both go back to Red Bryn at some point. So we'll see him take this one over to Red Bryn, and then just needs to head up the elevator. Are we missing a boss?
Yeah, up was Croc.
Sorry. That is correct. Up is Croc. I was getting help from everybody around me because my drawings are so bad. So we're about an hour 6. Not about an average seed time. Although these full countdowns have actually been a little trolly, like we were talking about with being a little stingy on the super missiles and the power bombs. Luckily, there wasn't too much of that here.
Yeah, I think, obviously we joke when we talk about them being too trolly because, it's randomized, right? So what are we going to do? But I think the biggest troll moment of this one is just the backtrack with the bombs for Croc, right? Yeah. Otherwise, I guess fairly straightforward.
Yeah, once we picked up supers, everything became more fluid.
For sure.
And then, yeah, I mean, come get bombs to go do Croc. Not super usual, but not unheard of.
Yeah.
Kept using a couple supers on the Metroids, hoping to get some back. So we got 150, not 150, but 100, and then 50 on the missile to super missile count for Kipp. Should be fairly comfortable, especially since we've got Zeb Skip in the back pocket.
Oh. I know he was hoping for that last super missile. All right. It looks like Glove's heading over to Three Musketeers to take care of Lower Norfair.
I saw Kipp damage down a little bit. Yeah, obviously doesn't have speed, so that baby skip would have been a sight to see, for sure. It's not going to waste time trying to do that. Just says, grab me, baby.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Since he decided to go ahead and missile the door, damage down, fill up both, really not too much time lost.
Yeah. All in all, I don't think... I think both of our runners have been playing very well. Glove definitely made some really smart decisions in the beginning, or some good gambles. Unfortunately, one of them didn't pay off, but still good stuff. Good show being shown here. If Kipp does end up clinching out this Torian, we will head to game 2 after this, and the settings for game 2, as we spoke about, are going to be Chozo logic. So the major items will all be at Chozo locations, with the exception of a couple that come after the bosses. And it will also be full area randomizer, just like this one is. If Glove can pull out the win for round 2, we will go to a round 3, in which it will be major minor logic, and it will be the awesomely fun setting of, and I mean that sincerely and sarcastically, of boss rando. It's definitely very exciting, to say that much.
Yeah, I think all of these modes have fun elements to them. I think that the kitchen sink one for the third round is always really interesting, because area already makes it to where you have to do interesting things that you would never do, and then with the boss element of, maybe you clear a boss and inside of wrecked ship, and there's nothing you can do. You just have to head right back out because it's not fan-tuned. So those races can be really fun, really interesting.
Yeah, speaking of things you normally don't do, boss rando, you have to remember to save before you enter into a boss room. You have the audio switched over at just the perfect time to hear the pain and anguish that
I thought that was you, actually.
Oh, yeah, sorry, that was me. Yeah. I just, had a bit of stubbing my toe on the chair.
There it is.
Thing. Yeah. Let's get our tissue boxes ready here. One of the saddest moments in video game history. The long-lost child that carried over from an entirely different video game and helped save your life has bestowed upon you in its last breath the weapon to vanquish evil. GG's, baby. GG.
Well said.
God, I love that morph ball and the morph ball animation stuff going on. I gotta make my own Samus sprites. These are just too cool. Alright, let's get out of Zeebs. No speed booster on this escape, so I'm gonna have to remember how to wall jump up, climb again. Make our way through this exploding maze. Sometimes you get lost. Boy, I still remember the feeling of how stressful this is the first time you've just beaten the game. You're like, oh my goodness. I was like, nope, gotta get out. Everything's shaking and exploding, and you have to make your way up through this room, this climb room once again, which gave you so much trouble when you didn't have a timer.
Oh yeah.
And lava's coming up from the bottom, and oh my goodness.
I think we take it for granted now. But
Yeah.
I mean, even my first couple any percent runs, I remember being kind of like, okay, man, don't mess this up.
Deer Force was pulling on our emotional heartstrings right there, and that is a GG.
GG for Kipp.
For Kipp at about 1:15:07. Well done, and also a great job to Glove. So Kipp will take game 1, but like we said before, there will be a game 2. This is a best of 3. Game 2, we're going to come back with the Chozo randomizer logic, still area randomizer, and I am looking forward to that. We can see our nice reactions of our runners on screen there. Maybe a couple of smiles, taking a swig of some drinks or two, kind of shaking off what the seed gave you, and just kind of getting in the mindset to get ready for the next race. That's the most important part. What's done is done.
Yeah, I think that's a fun element too, right? Like right after the match, they can sit there and have a conversation and talk about the seed, and just like you said, kind of get their minds right for the next one. So
absolutely. It's so cool just being here, sitting next to everybody. We got a couple awesome Super Metroid runners sitting behind us, just kind of enjoying the race as well, and it's an awesome experience. It's my first time being at SpeedGaming Live, and it's just been super cool. Everybody here is awesomely helpful and having all this stuff set up so we could just sit here and do what we love to do, and I don't know, can't say enough about it. I'm gonna shut up now.
Well, let's see. Maybe we'll give them a little bit of a break,
Yep.
and then we'll come back in for game 2. People may want to restroom breaks or drink breaks or something, but yes, everybody stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few minutes, and we'll have game 2 going.
Yes, sir. All right, we are back for round 2. Kipp versus Glove, SpeedGaming Live 2022 Super Metroid Randomizer. Whew, how you feeling?
Feeling good. That was a good first match. Kipp came in with the win, and so we'll try out mode number 2 with our Chozo randomized, area randomized, and
Yeah.
should be fun.
Absolutely. So for those of you just joining us, game 1 was the full countdown area rando. And as my co-commentator, Mass Hysteria, as just noted, we've got the Chozo area randomizer. Kipp took game 1, and it is a best of 3. So if Kipp takes this one as well, that would be GG's for Kipp on this best of 3 here. A couple things about Chozo logic that you may or may not know. So Chozo implies that all of the major items are going to be at Chozo locations. So anytime there's a statue holding up a little item for you to get, that is a Chozo location. But there are also a couple of other locations that can have major items for you. There's one for each boss. So after you finish Fantoon, the right side super location is also a major location. The E-Tank behind Ridley is also a major location. And the location behind Kraid, where you normally find Barry's suit, is also a major location. And then the room behind Dragon. In addition to that, there are also some things you'll find at major locations that aren't actually major items. So we can have, there's 2 packs of super missiles, 2 packs of regular missiles, 1 pack of power bombs, 3 E-tanks, and 1 reserve. You can find all of those in major locations. So if they're keeping track, they can know how many of those they picked up and how many are still remaining. Again, we've got Kipp with the Metroid Dread sprite, which looks awesome, and Glove sporting this, I don't know what to call it. I'm just going to call it the Cadillac of Samus colors there. It makes me think of like some fancy Cadillac with the gold and the purple. That's what I'm going with. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Both of our runners making use of that super cool Moonfall tech. And here we go again. Another randomizer. Like, it's starting off all nice and normal, but it's about to get fun real quick. I'm going to try to keep better track of the area portal connections, but I may get a little bit lost. We'll see. Picking up our morph ball in vanilla. We had a red morph ball on Kipp's side and a yellow morph ball on Glove's side. That could be an indicator of a lot of crazy stuff.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey.
Pretty sure.
And bombs.
Yes, bombs and yeah, E-Tank. Another thing about Chozo is that, you know, energy is obviously you need at least a couple tanks to finish the game, but energy tanks are in minor locations, so you can't just, you know, get some ammo and then avoid minor locations. You also have to use those to snag some E-Tanks along the way. So we'll see how many minor locations our runners check. Probably a lot at the beginning here. We'll see how they taper off as we go. Bombs is interesting because if they go check, they should be going to check the BT location, which means that we are going to see ourselves a Bomb to Rezo fight today.
As well as the absence of power bombs, there won't be any temptation to sneak over to the side and check the retro PV's transition.
Yes, absolutely. We still need some super missiles for that as well to even get over there. Last seed, we were starved a little bit for super missiles at the very beginning. Got them, I think, like 20 minutes in or so. So we'll see how nice this seed is. Now, Glove showed a lot of intentions in the first seed to make some gambles, make some plays, and try to cut a couple corners. And it would have paid off in a lot of ways. Some of them did pay off. One of them, unfortunately, did not pay off, and it was a pretty big time sink for Glove. So now that Glove is down a game and knows that Glove needs to win this in order to keep this best of 3 going, how many do you think it's going to be? About the same riskiness that Glove is going to go for? Is it going to be more? All right, screw attack.
Yeah, you know, as we were all able to sort of stand around and sort of talk about the last one, you know, if you know, without being able to see what your opponent's doing the whole time and getting the feedback from all the great SM players that are just hanging out, that, you know, really that was working out pretty well, except for if you know, 1 or 2 things go differently. If I'm in Glove's position, I'm probably thinking, well, maybe it was a pretty good plan. I just need to go, kind of like you said, I'm down 1 game. You know, Kipp's pretty known for his rando skill. Maybe go for it. Now, certainly not to the extent of like skipping criteria checks, especially when you have bombs. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just, you know, 2 or 3 Chozo locations here that you can just really just knock out really quickly. But as we progress through, yeah, I could see it. I could see a lot of skips.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, these first couple locations, they're all on the way. There's really no reason to skip any of that. We're going to see. I'm kind of used to full countdown here. I was going to say we're going to see how many items are in the other
exactly.
locations, but we don't know that. I mean, we know, you know, how many there are on a normal basis for these Chozo spots, but we'll see what happens with the area and the routing. We haven't seen any portals yet. It looks like Kipp is going straight to Gauntlet, no save.
Yep.
And Glove is deciding to take the save. Normally you take the save here just in case something silly happens. Gauntlet is in the worlds of Rebelmans no slouch, and can rear its ugly head for sure. Now, screw attack, bombs, you know, you should be able to get through here relatively simple, but you just never know. You never know what Gauntlet can do. All of a sudden, you're stuck in some acid, and with no suits, it does a lot of damage. And it makes you slow like water because you don't have gravity. It's just all of a sudden you're dead. So Kipp giving Gauntlet the respect it deserves by waiting until the acid has gone back down. Couple of missiles, a nice little super pack. No power bombs yet, though. We will see about that. Glove able to snake that little morph ball right through
That was nice.
the block right before it spawned.
So yeah, we're gonna see here our first portals.
Yeah, we're gonna get the G4 portal and the I guess the Green Bryn elevator, top of the elevator portals. Try to mark all of them this time. All right. Ooh,
Okay.
that's an Upper Norfair from G4 to the Upper Norfair portal. Kipp says, not yet. I'm going to go check this other portal. Good on our runners for remembering to check. That was West Meridia, it looked like, on the other portal. Sorry. Yes, West Meridia.
Yeah, so I think in Kipp's mind for sure, Upper Norfair probably seems like a better option.
Yeah, West Meridia doesn't offer you a whole lot with the current loadout. You can check 2 portals basically, but you cannot guarantee that you will come back from them. That's one of the things about Area Rando is, you know, saving is important, but it's even more important in Area Rando because sometimes you go through a certain set of portals and realize you can't get through any of them, and all of a sudden you have to go back the way you came. And if you can't go back the way you came, in the sense of West Meridia, then well, then you're out of luck and you're going to have to reset.
So we've seen both runners that the crate mouth went also back to Criteria to the crab location.
Okay. Appreciate it. So we had a major location there for Kipp. I'm not sure what it was. It may have just been one
Looks
of those.
like various suit. We got
yeah.
Jestro over here
Look at that. Jestro
tracking for us.
and Glove just confirming, just in case. I appreciate that. And now that we have Varia, we have the rest of our Upper Norfair checks to get to. There are 4 of them in Chozo. One of them is over here at Ice. So we're going to go see what's up there. And we've got a grapple beam, which is one of the pieces of the Suitless Meridia puzzle. I wouldn't mind seeing some Suitless Meridia, I'm not gonna lie. Both of our runners are no stranger to Suitless Meridia movement. But give us a grapple beam, give us some high jump, maybe an ice beam, spring ball if you wanna.
Yeah, I think Chozo can kind of lend itself to things like that, though, right? Because it's a little more straightforward, the pathing that could make something like a Suitless Meridia happen.
Yeah. And now that we've picked up some power bombs, our runners don't have to worry about running around all over the place without being able to access everything. So that's good. This seat is a little more, or a little less trolly than the one we had before. So now we're just gonna kind of be focusing on our routing, our decisions, and our movement. I'm wondering how conservative Kipp is playing knowing that he's got a win under his belt in this best of 3, and how that's going to affect the decisions that he makes throughout here.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're still... Kipp's picked up a little more ammo, but we're still pretty much doing the same kind of route here. So yeah, would this be an opportunity to think about skipping a check? Still feels pretty early, but...
Yeah, with he's got 20, 10. Even with charge, you're gonna want at least 30 super missiles for Ridley, unless you end up just picking up, you know, ice and plasma and wave. Then there's really no reason for that. But
yeah, I'm just thinking about from Glove's perspective, at what point, if they're trying to get hyper aggressive and skip some of these checks.
gotcha.
Yeah, I think Kipp with the one win, he'll probably be as thorough as just check everything. May as well.
So that is our 3rd Chozo location, I believe, in Upper Norfair. We had Ice Beam, we had High Jump, and we had Speed. And we are about to see Wave, and that'll be all the Chozo locations for Upper Norfair. So after this, I expect our runners to be heading towards a portal. Probably the closest one will be the one out of connected to single chamber coming out of Wave here. I would expect anyway, but who knows? Maybe we'll see some divergence. Yep, looks like Kipp's going that way.
Let's see what we've got here.
West Meridia once again. And once again, can't really do anything with that. Although, we could actually. I wonder if... And it would be too dangerous. It would be too risky to try and check that other portal because you can't come back from it. If it's a dead end like Croc or Torian or something like that, you can't come back. So that's definitely not a smart play. Although it is something you could potentially try if you're crazy enough. So next portal up, we probably have the one to Lower Norfair. Usually no Lower Norfair. And that brings us to Red Brinstar. Okay. Which I'm actually surprised to see Kipp kind of going back. Red Brinstar is a hub. You've got 6 portals in Red Brinstar. You've also got 3 Chozo locations, and with Grapple, you could check all 3 of them. So here we have some route divergence. We got Glove saying, "Yes, please, Red Brinstar. I will go see what jewels you have for the taking." All right, we got a Torian check. We found our Torian. But yeah, we're gonna go check Spazer on Glove side, and X-Ray, and Alpha PBs. Kipp taking a save. Looks like it's going to go try something they may or may not be able to get back from. Or just wants to save. Area rando, it's a good idea to save.
Yeah, I think I've heard Kipp say that on this red elevator check, he likes to save scum just in case.
Oh yeah, elevator ride. That's probably. I don't know how many seconds that saves you. All right, we got some wreck ship. power bomb. So that is the one power bomb that the Chozo logic can give you in a major location. So you shouldn't see any more power bombs in any of the major locations.
Now, and I get confused about the logic on this sometimes, but I think that means that as the items were placed up until now, there's no expectation that they should have been able to have any power bombs, right?
It depends on where they were. I know they picked up 2 packs already before that one. I guess it depends, because they were probably in some minor locations which were accessible.
Okay. I guess I again, like I said, I get confused about it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something I'm still learning and trying to get a handle on. All right, second Red Bryn location gave us the Ice Beam. So Zeb skips galore in our future, which is good. I mean, that really solidifies this ammo situation here. We've got charge. I mean, we still need some beams because right now we're looking at a 200 shot mother brain fight with no missiles or super missiles. So we want some other beams, but now that we have charge and ice, the end of Torian's not gonna be too much of a hassle. All right, we've got East Meridia for the Red Tower check, Red Tower portal. Again, the seed wants to give us Meridia.
Kipp finishing up Fantoon. Not too much of a problem there.
Yep, about 17 minutes in. I think our first boss fight for the first game was about 30 minutes in, so it's definitely a seed that is a little more forgiving this time around. All right, Glove checking the final Chozo location for Alpha Power Bombs. We'll see what this is. And Kipp getting Wave Beam. Ooh, Space Jump.
Yeah, I think Space Jump, good item. I think Glove was maybe hoping for Gravity to show up.
Yeah. I mean, Space Jump is definitely going to make some movement. Coupled with Screw Attack or not, it's going to make some movement a little bit easier and faster through some of these rooms. So, not quite as good as finding a speed booster to make your movement a little better through the rooms, but Space Jump is, not going to kick Space Jump out of the room. Lower Upper North Fair, Croc. And Glove also said, nah, I'm good. All right, Wreck Ship Chozo location number 2 on Kipp's side. Ooh, okay. So, Speed Booster is definitely going to help speed up.
Huh.
Yeah? Did you hear what I said?
Oh, man.
Did you catch that? Okay. I did it. All right. But I think Glove will have that soon enough. I was heading down to Fantoon. So Glove will have the trifecta of speed, screw, space soon enough. We only have one more Chozo location in Wreck's Ship. If our runners wanted to be saucy, they could skip it and just head out for something else. But having no gravity suit, it's kind of a hard gamble to make. But getting this last Chozo location in Wreck Ship it takes a while. So that would be the reason you might want to skip it, is to save some time.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to think if you, what would the play be if you did that though?
Just to try to get, I mean, to hope that the...
I guess thinking about the portals though, like where do you go? Do you try to, we still haven't seen the Meridian map station. We talked about that, you know, risky play of not being able to get back out of it.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fair assessment to say that even if you would be saving time, you don't know what to do after that based off the loadout you have.
Yeah.
But if this item, this last item, is like spring ball or something,
Sure.
right? You're still gonna save time, just starting to go do something else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for sure, I think it's Speed Booster, right? Is going to be what was at the wreck ship E-Tank, right? So you're right there by wreck ship exit. You could just...
You know what's interesting is that Glove, having space jump,
Yeah.
can make, I believe, make it to wreck ship exit. Well, no. No, there's no... You don't have high jump.
With
You
high
can't-
jump,
You can't get out of the
yeah.
water. Never mind. Scratch that.
Oh, actually, with ice, I don't know. It's a pain.
You can't. I've tried it even with. I don't know. Yeah, high jump is like the magic item for accessing any type of watery access. Usually, at like a minimum. Okay. Glove going for the save. I didn't even see what was at Wreck Ship Reserve.
E-Tank.
E-Tank. All right. So there are 2 more E-Tanks that can be in major locations and 1 more reserve tank that can be in major location. Glove coming up on that speed booster, the best item in the game, obviously. It's really, I mean, it's not even subjective. Kipp farming a little power bombs off of the. I know those creatures have funny names, and I forget what they are. Yeah, I think
Glove has decided
Glove
to
was
prove us wrong here.
maybe had the same thought I did, is maybe looking for something to work out here. Does have ice, but I don't know if there are any enemies you could freeze with ice on the other side of the room. I know there are fish, but I don't know if there are any helpful fish that would allow you to get anywhere. So, Glove looking like they've just realized, and gets back up. Oh. Trying to spark back over. All right, it was a valiant attempt. So we're going to spark back over Spiking Rim of Death, which would have been swag. You love to see it, and you love to see the attempts for swag. Kipp coming up on the Red Bryn checks.
So now he's
Glove
got his
already
ice
did.
beam, yep.
Hadn't seen Green Bryn yet. And what we have... Two. Okay. Thank you. We've got a team of awesome people giving me awesome information in the background here. Just consulting with my comrades.
Now it does seem that that Glove skipped bowling.
Oh, so yeah, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time there's been an obvious I can make a play, I can make a gamble, and I can save time. And it paid off for Glove because it was an E-tank.
That's right.
So that's awesome. That's great. Little tube high five. You don't really see a whole lot of high fives as much in Area Rando, but hey, talk about Green Bryn. So we've got 3 Chozo locations in Green Bryn. We haven't seen any of them yet. And yeah, just like that, runners are in the same room. We got a portal check into Kraid
Yeah.
from Green Bryn. Kraid just has the 1 Chozo location behind Kraid. Glove just checking a little minor location there. Now the fact that this seed has been kind of straightforward so far is probably a benefit to Kipp. I imagine Glove wants to see more of those things that I can try to capitalize on. I can maybe try to skip so that I can put as much distance between me and Kipp as possible.
Yeah, I agree.
Glove taking a couple of spike hits there to get those iframes. That gives a little bit of lag reduction with all those particles flying around, the rocks in the room, and the room shaking. Can cause a super amount of lag that is pretty hefty when you add up how much time. It seems like an interesting thing to save time on, but you do that in every room, and it really helps.
So I guess coming up here, we've got a few Chozo locations that are inconvenient.
Oh, reserve tank. That's the only reserve tank we're going to see in a Chozo location. Yeah, the other one that we have is Spo Supers. And then the 3rd location is all the way up behind early
The reserve,
Supers.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, I guess. Well, I guess we're gonna see in just a second, so it's not really that useful to speculate. But I was gonna say, I mean, if there's another skip in here,
I want to say Glove is trying to go to Waterway. And that is not a Chozo location, but it's very easy to think that it's a Chozo location because it's normally in major minor logic. It's an E-tank.
yeah.
And I can't imagine that Glove is hoping for a minor item. Oh, accidental spark there. It looks swaggy though.
And we did see Kipp pick up the gravity suit at Spo Supers.
Yeah, gravity suit at Spo. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, the Chozo can be really sneaky. When you're used to, or when you've played, or you're used to, or whatever it is. Because Major Minor has been around for a long time. Chozo is a little bit more of a newer logic in comparison to Major Minor. And so sometimes you mix up those major locations of Major Minor with Chozo, and you don't even realize it until much later. And the last Green Brand location item is those Adidas high jump boots. Those are the new ones right off the line. They're pretty hot, man. I like to put the red laces in them.
The red, oh yeah,
yeah.
I like the high top. I think that's nice that they brought the high top back.
Yeah. It's like the Marty McFly Back to the Future 2.
Self-lacing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Laces fit, right? Yeah. All right, Glove still trying to nip on the heels of Kipp. This portal we have not seen yet. Let's see where it leads us. Okay, we're going
back to Moat.
To Moat criteria. And the seed has just been super straightforward. It's definitely not the seed that Glove was hoping for, I'm sure. Nice little speed ball. That's a fancy one. I like it. I like it a lot.
So yeah, I suppose at this point we'll see
Glove skipping the third Chozo check. I mean, it's high jump. It's not a necessary thing, but in this context, it's saving him time.
Yeah,
it's an okay play to make. It's Kipp taking a save. In the save, you really never see happen. The one location in Parlor. And
so the question here, like, yeah, Kipp's going to go down and check the retro power bombs location in blue and see what transition that gives.
Yeah, the old. Well, no, we know what meme route gives us. Meme route goes to Upper Norfair.
Did we check that? I don't think so.
Well, then maybe I have something marked. Well, hey, we're going to find out soon. Maybe that was the okay, yeah. That's Lower Norfair. So I'm going to say that goes there. My little map here. And front of Lower Norfair is meme route, which is just what Kipp wanted to see. And Lower Norfair with space jump and screw attack ain't gonna be no thing for a bounty hunter named Samus.
Yeah, at this point, I think it's pretty well just go through the motions for Kipp.
Yeah, I mean, we still need Dragon, right? The seed has been shoving Meridia into our face with no gravity suit for the longest time. Now that we have gravity suit, runners are gonna have to figure out how they want to make their way back to East Meridia and then over to Torian.
Yeah, at this point, though, I'm not even sure if we'll see, I mean, maybe a couple checks from Kipp, but basically the only thing he'd want at this point is Plasma.
Yeah, there's really nothing else. I mean, he might want Spring Ball so he can just, like, hop around a little bit.
Just for the swag strats.
Yeah, for sure.
I actually was almost going to joke when we were doing the full countdown earlier that one of the best things about it is that you get Spring Ball. It seems like a lot of the time Spring Ball is one of those items, and we get to see all these crazy swag Spring Ball strats.
I mean, Glove just really making, as far as I can tell, all the right decisions that I would have expected them to make, and not super duper far behind Kipp. Kipp is just not giving any room at this point, and is just powering through. So Glove is probably going to hope a little bit for another opportunity to make up some ground. Maybe have some better boss fights. Try to make up some of that time. I'm trying to right now plot the course back from Lower Norfair to Meridia. We don't know what the back of Lower Norfair is.
Yeah, so I think the back of Lower Norfair. Well,
if the runners, here's something that could be a factor. If Kipp goes and checks the back of Lower Norfair in an attempt to get back quickly, there's not a whole lot of portals left. But if that happens and Glove does not, just goes back the way they came, and that portal leads to Croc.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
a dead end.
Exactly.
And that could be a lead change right there.
That's right. Yeah, I think it comes down to that. Like, if they diverge, whoever finds Croc, right,
Yeah.
is not what you want.
Yeah, that's the only dead end that's left. As far as I can tell, we still have an East Meridia, back of East Meridia, back of Wrecked Ship. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I missed this connection here, but I imagine it goes here. Green bin connection.
The new bridge,
Yes.
that went to the tube.
Two. All right. So so then we still have one in West Meridia to get as well. Glove looking to manipulate Ridley's position with those power bombs, trying to get double hits on the power bomb. You can hit Ridley twice with one power bomb, and I believe it does 300 damage each time if you get the double hit. Not 600, 300 total. Ridley being a little bit of a butt. Doesn't like to turn around during the pogo like he should. Glove being very cautious and careful about every single super missile at this point, just to make sure that every single one of those hits, those are the most important. Looks like Ridley is done with an invisible Samus there for a second. Ridley's a magician now. I didn't know if you knew.
Moment of truth here.
All right. Do we see a Croc, or do we see... Oh, we do not see a Croc. All right, so the seed has decided to be even more straightforward and just give the next boss on a silver platter coming out of the back of Lower Norfair.
Goodbye to the snake.
This is probably the friendliest seed I've seen all tournament.
Was that
I
plasma?
haven't seen all of them.
No, there wouldn't have been plasma there. It must have been a super pack. Something green.
Full halfy attempt on Kipp's side here. Just a frame off. Couldn't have been very much at all. Very good attempt. I imagine Glove is trying to make the play anyway. Taking a save. Or no, might have made that save in the thought that if I go this way and this is Croc, I'm just gonna save Scum. Yeah. It's a good heads up. man, these runners have played through a couple races. This isn't the first round. If you're not familiar with the bracket and different things, this is not round one for these runners. They've already gone through some other matches and really earned their place to be here. It's been really fun to watch their matches and just kind of watch all the matches during this tournament. Super missile.
So yeah, so at
Thanks,
this
Drake.
point, I think the only thing that Kipp's hoping for is that if he takes the Forgotten Highway exit, that doesn't lead to Croc.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's a long way back, for sure. Glove almost getting that fourth particle in the face of Bot Wound there. I mean, if Kipp wanted to play it safe and go back through...
Yeah, the safest play would be to go back the way he came, but
Torian is Red Bryn. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you really don't want to go all the way back through Lower Norfair.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be... If this back portal is Croc, that's a long way back. I guess we're back in the same position here. But the seed has been super straightforward. I don't think that's gonna make that path that convoluted. But hey, I've seen crazier. So if we see Crockemeyer for Kipp on Kipp's screen pretty soon, and Glove decides for some reason to go all the way back through Lower Norfair. All right. Glove has made every correct decision so far. I'm not trying to commentate, curse anybody, but Glove has made every correct decision as far as any corner cutting that they can do. So we'll see if one more correct decision is in the cards. I'm trying to figure out if Glove has a decent Dragon fight where comparison with where Kipp is, and if Glove does make the right decision, how close are they going to be?
I think Kipp's still going to be in the lead.
Nice quick kill. Super duper quick kill. All right, Glove, bounce out. So gets the spike suit pre-Dragon, tries the spike suit post-Dragon, and unfortunately is one frame off, gets the bad frame.
Yeah, I think Kipp forgot he could have gone down through the sand pit, maybe. Gone through the toilet bowl over by Plasma, right? That would probably been the quicker way to get back where he's going.
All right, Glove. What you gonna do?
Oh.
This looks promising.
Oh.
Or is Glove just farming? Okay.
Okay.
Glove wanted to farm a little bit. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm sure I'll find out here soon enough.
Well, probably thinking about this reverse lava dive that Kipp's about, not lava dive, but reverse amphitheater that
Right.
Kipp's doing.
Dude, Glove is just on point with the decision making. I'm
Yeah, I think that farming up is probably more of a side effect of some of those earlier skips, right? Because Kipp's got what, 5 E-tanks, and Glove's just still at 3. So I think that's probably
yeah.
he was probably more just like, oh yeah, I've got plenty, I'm fine.
That's a great point. 3 tanks is not super comfy, especially if Lower Norfair is the place that you have to go through in a humongous acid pit. Very nice play. Space jump play through acid there.
Yeah, that's nice.
I thought I was going to lose the space jump, but he kept it the whole way. Glove moving. Now, as far as terms of other places at this point that our runners can save time or lose time, the path back to Torian, there's really no. It's just grunt work, right? There's no craziness that these runners can potentially do, but we've got baby skip. We've got. There's no stand-up. Our runners don't have enough for that. We don't even have plasma. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see what unfolds.
Okay, so honestly, I think Kipp could go either way through G4 or the Kago room.
Well, yeah, G4 leads to Upper Norfair. Kago room leads to West Meridia. Trying to piece this together in my head.
Yeah, so
Glove, I love to see it. Uses the little escape exit to get the spark up. Saved a solid.
where's
Probably like 10 seconds on Kipp doing that little maneuver there. Well done. Kipp even had a couple of issues with the pirates on the wall doing the climb up there, even with Screw Attack. Because sometimes Screw Attack just decides, oh, you're switching walls. I'm gonna be on a break.
I think Kipp may have gotten his route confused.
It happens. Area Rando is super duper. You know, you think you know what you're doing, where you're going, and all of a sudden.
So now, what Glove should do here is go towards the little pre-aqueduct area. Yep.
Very nice. And looks like Kipp's making his way the same direction. So if we're looking at this in terms of who's in closer to Torian, we have a technically elite change going on.
That's
here.
right.
Right at the very end, Glove has just been nipping on the heels of Kipp this whole time, has not let up. Kipp's been playing very, very well, and Glove has just made every correct decision that they needed to make in order to be in this position right now. This is crazy, dude.
Yeah, this is going to
This
come
is
down
nuts.
down to execution. Baby
I'm
skip.
putting down my clipboard. I don't even need to track anything anymore. I'm just gonna watch. Holy moly!
They're behind me. They're telling me that there was a 1 minute difference in Lower Norfair, and now, I mean, it's.
It's good.
I know. Yeah, Glove's in the lead. It's crazy.
All right, there's people behind us just as excited about what the heck is going on.
Which is another great thing about this, right?
we could. Just being in person is amazing. I've got my hands behind my head. Does anybody got any popcorn? Can we get some popcorn in here, please? Let's just watch the show. Baby skip is even more. Baby skip is even more of a thing now.
Well, Jestro is just reminding me
high
that
jump.
there's no high jump.
High jump.
So Kipp's got Baby
You know
skip
what?
on the table.
Okay. All right. No, you still need high jump for clockwise baby skip, right? You can do clockwise baby skip without high jump. Yo, I hope Glove has practiced that.
Well, it seems like everybody's been practicing that, right?
I know. It's faster. Shout outs to Stachio Cat for finding the 2-second baby skip save on a 35-year-old game that's been being speedrun for the last 20. Don't quote me on those numbers, please. All right, so Glove is not going to attempt that. So, depending on how this goes, Kipp might be a little bit in. Dude, you know what? I'm just gonna stop talking. I really don't know how this is gonna go. It's looking clean for Kipp. The sand. Get the seaweed out of it. Okay. All right.
You almost did it to him. It's looking clean.
Okay. So. All right, so Kipp back in the lead. We're probably talking about 20 seconds here. But this is still insane. It's still nobody's call at this point. Yeah, Zeb skip. First try for Kipp.
Yeah, you're right.
What are we working with here? We're working with charge, ice, and wave. Somebody do the math on that for how many shots this is going to be. Yep, going to pump all the supers. How many supers did Kipp have? Glove, I don't know, has more. No, it's roughly the same. 18 supers. Remember, Glove has 3 tanks. He's got a reserve, but let's hope that there's not a double hit catch-up somewhere in either of our runners' future, or triple hit. I've been triple hit by a catch-up. Oh, goodness. Just diving over those onion rings like a line cook who's running down, trying not to slip. Okay, we got an onion ring to the face. Glove stepped over it. Kipp somehow ran his head into it. Okay, we got ketchup at 54-37 on Kipp's side. 54-37. So is that 10? Oh. Okay, so Glove is saving the supers till catch-up phase, which is fine. I mean, that's exactly how many supers you need for catch-up phase. Holy dodge-a-moly. I don't even know how Glove did not get hit by that onion ring.
I mean, Mother Brain is, she's feisty
Chill
tonight.
out, Mother Brain, yo. 1 cup of coffee, Mother Brain. Just 1 cup of, you don't need 3 cups. All right, but catch-up phase for Glove is going to be much quicker. So All right. I have to time this again here with some sort of visual cue. We've got Mother Brain putting her butt down at 55:47. Regardless of what happens, this has been insane.
This has been a really fun race.
From a race that looked, more or less like it was called. I don't know. It wasn't really called, but I mean, Kipp was just been in the lead the whole time, and all of a sudden we're sitting here at Mother Brain trying to figure out what's going on. We had two lead changes in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think they're going to get a kick out of the fact that it all came down to just a baby skip, right?
Oh my goodness. So I didn't get exact math on it, but it was about 30-something seconds difference.
I know for me, at this moment, when you're sitting there in that cutscene, you're just like,
Yeah.
are they about to done?
You are that, yes. Except it's raise hand.
I guess that's true. There's no done here. It's
But still, at this point, you're thinking about, for like a solid 9 milliseconds, you're going through your entire run and all the decisions you made before you decide to refocus because you're playing Super Metroid. But oh my goodness, I wanna take a look at Glove's reaction when Kipp is raising hand. This is so close, and I just commend both of these runners. Glove made every decision that they could have made. Kipp played very, very well. It's been amazing. I could say nothing more.
yeah.
Nice little diagonal spark. Parlor doing its thing. Ooh, that was an early steam for Parlor. Parlor waking up early. Oh, more steam. So much steam. Oh my goodness. The reaction, and well-deserved reaction, dude.
GG to both.
I could probably hear Glove's heart beating from here. I know. Oh my goodness, man. Holy moly. Amazing race. GG's to Kipp. GG's to Glove. Give another GG's to Glove when they hit the ship. Whew. Wonderful stuff, and we're gonna have these runners here for some interviews if they will grace us with their presence. Sit here and talk about this awesome display. GG's all around. We're gonna clear some space. Please take the center seats. Give you some microphones. Check 1 2 check. Okay. Maybe you can have these two seats. We're having microphone length issues here. Give me one moment. No worries.
See, this is part of the fun of us doing this live, is that we have to, make sure we don't trip over the cables and everything.
Yeah, I feel like I'm at one of my gigs.
Yeah.
Holding the microphone.
Holy moly! What a showcase here. I want to commend both of you, and there's so much to talk about, and I'm not even quite sure where to start. I think we should just jump in with what just happened because we're all still buzzing about it. And go ahead and give me your thoughts. Glove, we'll start with you, and then we'll just go down the line. And then I'm just gonna throw in a whole bunch of stuff because I was just waiting. Go for it.
Yeah. So I was feeling good in my position with that race. I definitely had some movement mistakes, but I felt I routed it basically as well as I could have. Yeah, Kipp told me that Greenburn Reserve had high jump boots, and that's literally the difference, right? Like, so yeah, I was thinking so hard. I was like, decent chance, like a lot of the crappy items are out of the pool. Decent chance this gives me, Spazer, Plasma, or high jump boots. But at the same time, there were so many more locations left. So I was like, no, I just have to full go mode it. The only thing I checked afterward was Ridley E-Tank, which was a mistake. I think if I'm committing to Greenburn Reserve skip, I should have just committed to skipping everything. But that's whatever. Yeah, I mean, I felt like my movement was okay, like as good as it can be when you have speed, no high jump. That Ridley fight probably lost me the lead, didn't it?
So it's interesting. Like, in a lot of ways, I think Kipp had the lead a lot of the time, but you made the correct play. Kipp actually got and went all the way through Meridia to Croc.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so you guys didn't actually get to see that as it played out, but we were all watching, and we were like, well, what if Kipp goes to this and Glove just makes the play? And and all of a sudden, everybody's going,
Well, hold on. Did Glove know where Torian was in advance? Had you scouted that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I did not, and that was a mistake. That was like there were basically 4 portals left that I didn't know, and I kind of just thought if Torian is at the highway location, like I had no choice. I had to go there because it was literally the only thing left for me to do. But that was. First of all, I just want to say how much I enjoyed racing Glove. Glove has been, sorry to get sentimental for a minute, but Glove has really been a big help in our community and with our tournaments, providing excellent commentary. And I will always be indebted to Glove because of the massive 5-hour match that was called in last year's SGLIVE.
Oh, that was hell.
But anyway, so that game too, for me personally, I feel like micro-wise, I played really well. Like I felt like I was executing. That was definitely the best of the 4 races that I've had so far in this tournament in terms of how I played. On the macro side, a few potential errors, but at the same time, I kind of got forced into some of them at the end because I didn't know. I did decide to full clear wreck ship. I was kind of thinking like, at this point, if it's like one of those stack ships and there happens to be that item at the last location, I don't want to leave it behind. Plus, I felt like I was playing pretty good, so I'm one of those people that usually plays a little more conservative. So overall, I feel pretty good about how I played, but I knew this was going to be a really tough match, and I'm really happy that obviously we all want to win, but if I was going to win, I'm really happy that we got a last race that was really, really close and right to the wire. But first of all, game 1, I just want to say real quick that I'm tired of playing terrible game 1 seeds. Okay, tomorrow I'd like for someone to roll a better seed, please.
Yeah. So.
Has anybody had a good seed?
So yeah, was anything at wreck ship, like the top?
The top was just an E-Tank, I think.
Yeah. Because my thought at that point was, okay, if it's high jump boots, gravity somewhere else. If it's gravity, I can probably do suitless.
Right.
Glove, your thoughts in this race? If you could just like put them in a package so that I can plug them in.
yeah.
Like every time there was a point at which you could skip something, you made the decision to do that. Kipp pulled ahead, you skipped a thing, you closed the gap.
Yeah.
And every single time, and especially the last time, because I was like, I don't know who wants to trek back through Lower Norfair to go all the way back to try to get to Torian. And I was like, but I don't know. He's made every other decision correctly, and all of a sudden, that's what happened. And
listen, all I gotta say when it comes down to area, I think everyone's dream scenario is backtracking the entire East Meridia, then Lower North,
And Lower North.
Okay,
some central
that's
portion.
fair.
So that was a dream come true for both
Hey,
of us.
man.
Yeah.
And so it was it was Kipp. I mean, you can't really tell who's in the lead for the most of the part, but this seed was pretty kind of hand-holdy, straightforward for a lot of the parts. So it appeared that, Kipp was ahead. First of all, hang on. When you were going back up climb, you guys were going back up climb at the end. You had a couple of Kipp had a couple of hiccups. He got hit by a pirate because screw attack does its thing where it's not there for a second or whatever. But Glove is just does the short charge through and gets the spark up, and that saved him that saved her 10 seconds. It was nuts.
My favorite thing about the climb like that at the end of a race is that's the one room in the game where I would prefer to have no items because I've done it a million times in the speed runs, right? I would love to have nothing, and every time I have high jump boots and screw or anything else, I get hit 3 times. So even though I'm overpowered, sure. I mess it up. So
anyway, Glove got to Torian first.
What was your beam loadout, by the way?
Charge wave ice.
Okay.
The only difference in loadouts was high jump boots.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that was kind of nice for me personally. It felt like since I run new route, it felt like it was any % +1 because I had the space jump too. So that kind of bailed me out in a lot of places too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So my M1 was absolute trash. M2 is fine. I do the slow strat there though. M3 was trash as well. M4 was normal. So yeah, both of the ones that benefit from having space jump, I screwed up the space jump strat.
Glove, that's a hot take saying Mega Man 4 is better than Mega Man 3.
You heard it here, folks.
Just kidding, y'all. That was Metroid Rim joke. But
fair enough. 4 has the recycled soundtracks. Really puts a new spin on it.
So a couple things though. We can keep talking about the race, but I do want to make a couple points before I forget. Number one, I look forward to the 30-minute conversation we're all going to have about these races at IHOP here in a little while. We're going to go get the late-night breakfast, which I'm looking forward to. But I do want to sincerely take a moment to say thank you to a lot of people. First of all, every single runner that's in the Super Metroid Randomizer tournament, there was a long process for qualifying, and then there's people that qualified and either didn't, and also in the consolation bracket. So really appreciate everybody showing up and putting on a good tournament. It's been a lot of fun. Secondly, I'd really like to thank everybody from SGLIVE because this event has been fantastic. Mass and I were here together in 2019. We had a blast then. It's been excellent this time. The facilities are great. The people are super friendly. It's been an awesome event. And really, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's doing comms and restreaming our matches. Really, really appreciate their work. It's fun to run. But at the same time, we all know that none of this gets the attention that we would like it to without the crews and everybody else. So I really appreciative of everybody, and I've had a great time meeting everybody. So Glove, GG, it was really fun to race you, and I'm really glad that you made it out here to the tournament.
Yeah, me too. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is the first time we've raced in the tournament.
It is, yes.
And that's very exciting. I always like to race good players, but also I feel like I look up to you in a lot of ways. We have the same control scheme, actually.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
And I feel like I've tried to mirror my vanilla play style a lot around yours, sort of going for some more conservative strats and being I will finish all of these runs.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. It's really nice to hear.
Yeah.
Right on. Speaking of all the cool people, the one you can't see in the frame is our fearless tracker, Jestro.
Yeah, Jestro, please put your face into the camera for just a moment.
Come on, man.
I mentioned it the other day, but Jestro is one of the single people who's done the most work for me over the years in terms of helping me with my stream. He's like my tech guru. He's done everything. So Jestro, make an appearance, please. Give the people what they want. Well, he's over here. Maybe we can get him on camera tomorrow.
We'll trick him one day to get into the camera frame somehow. But yeah, thank you. Is there anybody else who wants to chime in with anything before we wrap this up and go eat some pancakes?
Hey, I'm down with pancakes.
That's for sure.
I mentioned everybody, but in particular, Papa Schmo, Mass Hysteria. Thank you guys for doing this race. We really appreciate having comms for it. Jestro, thank you again for the tracking. But yeah, as far as I go. I'm really happy to make it to the championship tomorrow. I'm not sure who I'll play yet. We're going to go scope out. I think Zeb and Solsky are still racing on SpeedGaming Maine, I believe. So if you're watching our race still, go check them out. Looking forward to tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see you then. And then Glove will also be in the bronze match tomorrow.
Cool. All right, everybody. See y'all next mission.
See you next mission.